guys, and welcome to another vlog for That Model Man 2.0. This time around I've got some model layout to show you, as I have been busy doing at least this half. As you under Tiffany's there, you can see it still needs doing, hence why buses are piled up there. Now, this is all recycled stuff from layouts. So the old Terry Ottley walling and stuff. I've got the old sign just here that even says still on it, New Wolf Pass Lane Depot, but I'll be replacing all that eventually with new signage. It's just been put in place for now while I set up. I've had my new buses back from my good friend Alan Green, who runs Ali Buses group on one of the Facebook groups. He's repainted my not goes for me. In fact, they're actually different buses. They used to be the cruise liner buses. They have now gone because I've had a bit of a reshuffle, and Williams Dylan Williams did take over quite a few of my buses, and I will be showing those in just a second, a little bit of a slideshow, before I talk about what this little vlog is going to be all about, which is about the new Oxford Diecast releases, which got released last Thursday, I think it was, about 7 o'clock last night on the Oxford Diecast Collectors page on Facebook. So TAF came online and revealed what they're planning and what will be coming out in 2019. This time around though, there is no Stobart models due for release, but there is still 3 for release this year at some point. And then I think they must be taking a break from the Stobart scene for a while, but to be fair, they have got everything that they do now, although they could do with some double deck trailers being released. But other than that, they have more or less everything that they do out in the range anyway now, which helps my pocket as well. And then of course there's the about Christmas time this year, you've got the Speed Promotions Techno New Shape Scania Eddie Stobart model called Rainbow Valentina. That was coming out December time. That was supposed to be in the summer, but it got delayed. And I have got one of those on pre-order, and that will be more or less the last model coming for a good while. Because as I said in my last vlog, I am getting married next year, so budget is tight. Hence why I've recycled a lot of stuff on this layout, and I've also gone for budget stuff that can be replaced at a later date, such as, if you can sit there, yes, the ground here is sandpaper, sheets of sandpaper, just to quickly put it down. It can imitate freshly laid concrete, or it can be represented like a gravelly parking area. I've got some bushes, well, bits of bush and stuff that I'm going to add on to that as well in places, because I haven't quite decided what I'm going to make it myself yet either, whether it be gravel or concrete. But either way, I've gone for a cheap option for doing it because, as I say, budget is tight, so I'm getting it together quickly and recycling everything I can from my old layouts. Hence why Tiffany's truck stop was all recycled stuff as well. Literally all of that was the existing Tiffany stuff. I've just changed the vehicles around, and that was from a cupboard from that Model Man Series 1, if you do remember. Now, in terms of a back scene for both of them, there won't be one for these layouts, purely for the fact that I don't want to damage the wall, with it being a rented property. Okay, putting like shelves and stuff in the wall, but something that's done up with blue tack that'll rip wallpaper, so holes can be filled better. So I've got the stuff for that. We'll have a look inside the depot building, and everything is more or less where it was last time. Got the old rally team in that part. The bus is mainly used as a like a brake area now, because of course the rally team has been retired. I've kept the lorry, but I've taken it off the layout. And of course, if this layout went that away, there'd be like more lorry parking, you've got your staff parking, and you've got your rally truck dumped in the corner there, getting slightly overgrown by now. But yes, I've got that together nicely. I was going to take the roof off the office area and then so I could slide the glass out to put people in, but to be honest I'm not really bothered about putting people in there. It looks nice as it is, so plus they're only the front offices. There is more like inside, probably change the sign there though, probably ought to, especially to incorporate that it was 5 years old last year. And yeah, 2016, 5-year-old. Wow. The 6th year went very quick. It has now been in 2018. Very quick indeed. Now a selection of buses still here. There is some still that I do need to go back on and work on. Like the Fox Airs. Then, because the Fox division is, well, it's sort of operational, but I don't operate it anymore. It's operated by Williams D. That's one of the ones that went bye-bye. And the Airs I was toying with getting rid of anyway, since I launched my park and fly service. So these need to be repainted. I might just take off the Fox logos and put a school bus, leave them orange, just because I haven't really got a use for them anymore. And then these two here, the UK Getaways, my friend Alan Green again redid these for me, because these were, if you remember from season 1, it became Park and Fly Green Line, but again I've decided Park and Fly Green Line has decided to go. So these now operate under the UK Getaway tours. So there's 2 of them, one's a spare, but of course I can't operate 2 tours at a time under that branding, which is good. But of course I have no spare buses in that livery, they're all blank. And a lot of my spare buses now, I'll just move the camera over to this bit, like the old Not Go buses, they're now just plain white, and we've got some just plain red, and they're sort of the very extreme spare coaches. No branding, nothing on them. I've got a, right here, I've got a Napoleon as well, but instead of that being plain white, it's got red front bumper and it's sort of got a bit of red at the back, but not much. So it's kind of a little bit a replica of a training bus livery, that one, but it's not a training bus. That one is, of course, just an extreme spare with no branding on. But I do quite like them with not a lot of branding on, actually. There is actually a few somewhere where the branding has come off. Just down in here, my decor is peeled, but I do recall I didn't put any stuff on some of the buses, nail polish, to preserve the, so they've actually have started to peel. But I'm not really bothered. At the end of the day, give me a chance to redo it, so to speak. Now up over here on a trailer, we've got 2 old buses. One's the staff shuttle and one's 466. Both of them actually were parked in the shed beforehand, but not anymore. And then behind these two we have the driver training buses, and then the other side of the building where the lorries are, in the corner back here we have the driver training lorry, but that's also a normal operational lorry, not just a training lorry, but it's hidden in the corner anyway. So right, that's enough about the layout. Hope you're pleased with it. Of course it's far from done. I've still got to get some road marking and stuff. I need to buy some more glue so I can finish it off. And then I've got some more these not go buses. I've got two more. The wing mirrors need sticking back on. But these were, if you remember, originally painted in maroon and grey when I first bought them. And then of course they've been now stripped back, repainted pure white. And now they're in not go. But they're back to being pure white after being whatever colour they were, the colours they were before, which is nice. I do need to add the fleet number on the top again though. That's something I need to do. That's how I identify my fleet. Although there is a few other buses as well, I must say, around which don't have them on. It's either rubbed off in transit or it's I didn't put them on because the pen perhaps ran out. I'm not quite sure. Either way. So that is the layout. Here is a little slideshow of the Williams D buses that operate under as a partner to my group. And then I'll cut into my vlog bit of the new Oxford Diecast releases. Right, on to what Oxford Diecast are going to be producing for 2019. So let me get to the bottom of my list I'm looking at. So, in 1/87th scale, which is popular across the pond as well as here apparently, they're going to be producing a number of models. We've got a product code 87CC61002, a Chrysler 300 convertible from 1961. We're then going to get a Chevy Impala from 1961, that's a hot rod. You get a Chevrolet Nomad from 1957, a Cadillac Sedan DeVille from 1961, a Dodge Charger in gold and black from 1968, a Dodge Charger Daytona from 1969, that's going to be in orange. You're going to get a Dodge D100 swept side pickup from 1957. You're getting a DeSoto Suburban from 1948, and then you're getting a Pontiac Bonneville Coupe from 1959. I do believe I'm going to be showing some photos of these in just a second. They will pop up over the screen in just a sec. Then they also shared a concept image 3D mapping thing for a computer from a Bloodhound CAD, whatever one knows. It looks like a bomb carrier for the army. They're doing some military stuff. And then they're producing some new Showman's caravans for their steam engine range in 1/76. Then in the 176 Oxford Omnibus range, there's some buses coming out. You've got a Duper Commander Mark II grey car. You've got a Bristol MW6G in Thames Valley, a Plaxton Panorama in Wirral, and a Saro bus in County Donegal Railways livery. Then in 1/43rd scale, so this is the O gauge trains, you get in a Bedford CS ice cream van. Shame they're not doing that in 176, because I'd love to own one of them, because when I was growing up, my local ice cream man used to have one of those. He's only recently just got rid of it. Then in 1/50th scale, they're launching some JCB stuff, and they've got a JCB Hydra Dig as the first launch in 1/50 scale. Then moving on, should come the pictures now from those 1/87 scale models. They look really nice actually. Then they're launching a range of VW vans and that. So you've got your latest VW like transport caravan thing. You know what they used to have in the 60s, those sort of things. Got your latest one. You've got the van type with an RSC livery. You've got a slightly older version of the camper, slightly older version of the van, but in plain. Then you've got a range of VW camper bus things. I never know what the name is of those. So into the 176 automobile range, you've got a Ford Angular, an Austin A40, an Audi Quattro in Tornado Red, so you've got your Ashes to Ashes car coming. You've got an Austin 7, an Austin Atlantic, a Bentley Continental, a Ford Capri Mark III, a Citroen DS19, another Ford Capri, but this is a Mark 1, Ford Escort Mark 1, a Jaguar F-Type, a Jaguar XE, a Land Rover Defender 90 station wagon, your BMW M3 Coupe in Silverstone Blue, you got a Range Rover Classic, then you're also going to get a Riley Kestrel, an Audi S3 Cabriolet, you got a Land Rover, or is it just normal? No, just normal Rover SD1. Then you've got a 5-piece VW van set with the T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5 in it. And you get a Triumph Mayflower, a Triumph TR6, a Triumph Stag, an LE VC Electric Black Taxi. They're your new ones that like Nottingham City Council and New London Council and all that are getting now. And then you've got two different types of VW Beetle, one with the Hong Kong registration and one with the UK registration. Pictures of that will come up in just a sec when I get around that part. Then we've got the 176 Showtime range. These are your steam engines and caravans and stuff. So you're going to have a Burrell 8NHP DCC Showman's locomotive, a Canvas trailer, a Dodgems trailer, a Fowler B6 road locomotive, a Fowler steamroller, a living wagon in Pickford's livery, a Showman's living wagon, and a Fowler BB1 ploughing engine. There's a good range coming out in that actually. Then in your 176 haulage collection, you've got an Atkinson cattle truck, an Earth LV flatbed, not in the Stobart livery, this was a different one. In a Scania in Houghton Parkhouse livery, Then you're having a Scamel Highwayman tanker. Now the picture for the Scania is, it's a normal Scania top line, but you're in a cattle trailer with. So it's basically just a normal casting, but they're just putting a new paint job on it. And then onto the few pictures of some releases coming out this year. There's a fire truck and there's a bus in green line livery. Then into the 176 commercials, we've got some accessories coming out as well. We've got a pallet load of dry soap, a pallet load of Spam, then we've got a Citroen H catering van, Jamie Oliver at Gatwick, unfortunately. But it does look a nice van, I must admit. You could perhaps code 3 it, make it your own. And you've got the Forest Commission Land Rover, Mark 5 Ford Transit Post Office van, Transit Connect in London Underground, an Austin J4 van, a Land Rover Series in Royal Mail Post Office Recovery, a Land Rover Series 3 with a canvas, Shalvoken Drury Freight Lifter BRS, and then a Ford Transit Dropside in London Underground livery. So then onto the pictures of some more scheduled and big news. There's an ECM car transporter coming out some point soon, as well as a Barton bus double decker. Then onto some pictures of some of their 176 JCB range that's coming out. Yet some more pictures of stuff coming out, including the new shape Nissan Qashqai. I think they're due at the end of this year though, not next year. A few more pictures, there's a few duplicates there. The following military additions are being added. This is what Tafox would put. And then you've got a Bedford OX Queen Mary, a Land Rover Lightweight, a Bedford MWD, and a Willys MB-RAF. And then on to some more pictures here. In 1/43 scale, we've also got that Land Rover and Post Office Recovery livery coming out, and we've also got another Mr. Whippy ice cream van, but a new shape. Then on Point Cloud, I showed you a concept image of the early designing of an old car that's coming out, Ford Cortina I do believe, convertible, and we've got more concept images there of stuff coming out. And then moving on, we've got a few aeroplanes coming out for the 172 scale aeroplanes, and they arrive in the next 3 to 4 months, although one of them is already out, and that's the Fleet van, but the rest of them aren't out just yet. But they're re-releasing the Coca-Cola truck with a slightly different trailer, and they'll be coming up on your screen in a few seconds. And then we've got some line drawings of what I think is coming out soon or is already out. yeah, some stuff that's already out, like the BP, and then there's Sandy Kid truck. But they're quite good concept images. Some stuff's already out in that. So, but that's the last bit there, and that's all that there was for being released. That was announced on the other night, and I thought I'd make it into my that Model Man 2.0 video. Seeing as it is supposed to be a video about models, so we'll do a little vlog about it. Please bear with the video here. It's catching up slowly with what all I've been saying, but we are getting there. There's quite a lot of pictures and release details happening on the Thursday night. You might have seen the picture of a helicopter. I did forget to mention that in my earlier bit of narration, but yeah, they've got plans for a old style helicopter coming out as well in some point in the future. It's in the early development stages at the moment. And now coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to have some more of the JCB pictures, because they've slowly released the rest of them now, and a concept image of one that's in the early process for one of the old little love bugs things, what they used to call them. There's the Quattro from Ashes to Ashes, and this is the Ford Escort or Cortina from Life on Mars, so you can create them now. And there's the little diagram thing as well for the convertible Cortina, and these are the models that are already out. But since the first lot of narration, I've realised that these are actually all going to be in N-gauge, not the other one, what I thought they were, so that's why these are concept images. These are all being released in very small 1.148 scale, aka N scale. Very nice Morris Miners, the BP tankers coming out, the Sandy Kid T-cab, and we've got a nice double-decker bus from the Leicester Loughborough area, which is quite nice, in brown blues livery, I think that is. It's very nice anyway. So thank you very much for watching that Model Man 2.0, the latest vlog. I'll see you next time with a bit more progress on the layout upstairs. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time here on the channel.